Hi, welcome to the Filmoviz Anima channel. This channel covers Hollywood movie and celebrity news, special for you movie lovers.
Civil War destroyed Godzilla at the box office weekend. As powerful as the two giant monsters, Godzilla and Kong, they were finally defeated by Civil War. After reigning supreme for 2 consecutive weeks, Godzilla x Kong, the new empire, had to recognize the superiority of Alex Garland's new movie, Civil War. With only $26 million, the film about the war between local regions in the North American country successfully occupied the #1 position on the weekly box office chart. To be precise, April 12 to 14, 2024 yesterday. Godzilla x Kong earned only $15 million, which is more than Ghostbusters earned. Frozen Empire at number 3 with $5.8 million. In 4th and 5th place, Kung Fu Panda 4 with $5 million and Dune Part 2 with $4.3 million. Meanwhile, 2 movies with similar posters, Monkey Man and The First Omen, earned $4.1 million and $3.8 million respectively, taking the 6th and 7th spots. In the 8th spot was a newcomer that is a movie about history in Mexico, The Long Game. Starring Jay Hernandez, Dennis Quaid, and Cheech Marin, it only managed to break $1.4 million. In 9th and 10th place, uniquely, there is a re-release of Shrek 2 and a concert movie of South Korean rapper Suga August Detour. Next week, there are at least 2 movies that have the potential to derail the revenue of both Civil War and Godzilla x Kong. There is the horror Abigail, a reimagining or a new version of Dracula's daughter by the last successful screen trio, Matt Bettinelli-Olpin, Tyler Gillett, and actress Melissa Barrera, plus Dan Stevens, who just stole the show in Godzilla x Kong yesterday. Then of course there's Jerry Bruckheimer and Guy Ritchie's action movie, The Ministry of Ungentleman's Warfare. The movie features an ensemble cast ranging from Henry Cavill, Isa Gonzalez, Alan Ritchson, Alex Pettyford, Til Schweiger, Henry Golding, and Carrie Elwes. Interesting. Comedy is Keanu Reeves' best genre. If you don't identify with Neo in The Matrix or John Wick in John Wick, Keanu Reeves is certainly famous for Jack Traven in Speed. It seems like the world of action has good luck for Reeves. This is not counting his performance in Point Break, 47 Ronin, or horror movies like Bram Stoker's Dracula, The Devil's Advocate, and Constantine. But actually, Keanu Reeves is more appreciated as the actor, who is still single, plays in the comedy genre. Analyzed through Rotten Tomatoes, Reeves' comedic films are generally rated well. Bill Ted's Excellent Adventure got 82%, Parenthood 92%, Always Be My Mabel 89%, Bill Ted Face the Music 82%. Even animated movies, like the SpongeBob movie, SpongeBob on the Run, rated 67%. DC League of Super Pets 72%, and Toy Story 4 got 97%. Pretty amazing and surprising, isn't it? From this factor, it seems that Reeves was given 2 comedy projects in addition to continuing his work as John Wick in Ballerina and John Wick Chapter 5 later. Reeves attracted the attention of 2 Hollywood actors and comedians, Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill, who signed him for 2 comedy projects. Reeves will play alongside Seth Rogen in Aziz Ansari's comedy Good Fortune. While with Jonah Hill, who plays, directs, and writes the script, Reeves is finishing shooting the comedy outcome. What if Reeves plays in the next action comedy? Daisy Ridley's career goes downhill. When she appeared in Star Wars Force Awakens in 2015, Daisy Ridley became an instant star. Having worked as an extra in several television movies, to small roles in short films since 2013, Ridley suddenly became famous when she was announced as the new Star Wars lead. Together with new characters like Oscar Isaac, John Boyega, and Adam Driver, Ridley was able to sell Force Awakens and its two sequels, The Last Jedi and The Rise of the Skywalker. From a total of 3 Star Wars films, Daisy helped the production company Lucasfilm Limited and Bad Robot and Walt Disney Studios as distributors to earn $4.475 billion worldwide. In addition to the Star Wars franchise, Ridley also made Kenneth Branagh's Murder in the Orient Express a success in 2017. But that was only Ridley's most successful movie of his career so far. After that, almost all the movies he starred in failed both in terms of commercial and public reception. Ophelia, Chaos Walking, Sometimes I Think About Dying, The Marsh King's Daughter, as well as the voices in the animated films Peter Rabbit and The Inventor, seemed to pass by without any significant impression. So, it looks like Ridley's career has continued to slide after Star Wars. This year, Ridley will star in the neo-noir film Magpie, as well as a biographical drama about ocean swimmers Young Woman and the Sea, which is similar to Annette Bening and Jodie Foster's Naiad Yesterday. The wife of actor Tom Bateman will also appear in Martin Campbell's thriller Cleaner, and the thriller We Buried the Dead with Branton Thwaites. That said, producer and president of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy intends to continue the story of the Jedi, including the figure of Rey, by continuing to install Ridley in the project. Can Ridley get his career back on track? Stallone's return to save Rocky Balboa? The Rocky franchise is one of the best assets, especially for Sylvester Stallone. Sly has made Rocky up to Volume 6 with the title Rocky Balboa in 2006. After that, its spin-off, Creed, has been made up to 3 volumes by installing Michael B. Jordan as the main actor, because it still has the potential to generate profits. Producer Irwin Winkler and also Amazon MGM Studio, as the owner of the Rocky franchise rights, still intend to make the next project, especially Creed 4. The plan? Jordan will carry the burden of being a director again. In the meantime, new protagonists and antagonists are being planned. One thing is certain, the case of disgrace that dragged Jonathan Majors will not make it into this plan. In fact, Stallone is actually still doubtful to appear in Creed 4 considering his bland relationship with Winkler since Creed 3. Even so, Stallone is still serious about saving the fate of Rocky Balboa, as well as his career in Hollywood. Sly is working on the Rocky 7 script. Then, there is also the idea of making a Rocky prequel for a television series, and is considering the idea of his friend and enemy, Dolph Ivan Drago Lundgren, to plan a comeback in the Drago spin-off later. As Stallone and Rocky fans, we hope that these legendary characters can still work in Hollywood for as long as they can. Cillian Murphy must distinguish between 28 Years Later and A Quiet Place 2, one of the movies that launched Cillian Murphy's career before his Oscar win in Oppenheimer was a zombie movie that started to move fast. 28 Days Later in 2002, Danny Boyle, the director who was excited to make a sequel, was busy with Sunshine, which also starred Murphy. So he passed the directing baton of 28 Weeks Later to Juan Carlos Fresnillo. However, Boyle held back the original actors, especially Cillian Murphy, Naomi Harris, and Megan Burns, to be involved in the sequel. Now, after more than 20 years, Boyle has given the green light for the sequel, which will be titled 28 Years Later, while Boyle will be back in the director's chair. The screenwriting will be done by Alex Garland. Garland, the author of Boyle's The Beach starring Leonardo DiCaprio, is also known for his scripts for Sunshine and Dread, as well as directing in Ex Machina, Annihilation, and Civil War. In the 28 Years Later project, which will be part of a trilogy, Cillian Murphy will also be an executive producer. It is not certain that the character Jim, who played in 28 Days Later, will be repeated by Murphy. But to be honest, The audience and fans expect a lot to be given Jim space there. The problem is, Murphy has already played in the movie A Quiet Place 2, where his character, Emmett, is similar to Jim's continued figure after 28 days later. There is no connection between Boyle and John Krasinski's movie, although if forced, it could have been connected. Anyway, the willingness of the trio of Boyle, Garland, and Murphy to revive zombies 28 years later should still be welcome, right?
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe.